Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to my lecturer and also my fellow friends. My name is Mukhlis bin Tajorudin, and today I am excited to share my personal learning journey and self-reflection in the course of UBM599, which is Digital Workforce. In today's modern digital economy, an individual's success depends heavily on their ability to effectively market their skills online. Throughout this semester, I dive deep into the end-to-end workflow of global crowdsourcing platform, specifically focusing on freelancer.com, while simultaneously studying the strategic importance of digital marketing and online presence for independent workers. This presentation will cover my hands-on experiences, skill acquisition, personal insight, my critical thoughts on the future of digital work. Let's start with Chapter 5, which focus on platform mechanics and marketplace operation. I gained my very first hands-on experience navigating to complete end-to-end workflow of freelancer.com. I built my professional profile completely from scratch and verified my payment platform to make sure all of my financial transactions would be secure and authentic. From there, I stepped directly into a highly competitive market. I wrote a customized job proposal for 15 different projects and also tried out the platform's contest ecosystem alongside the global competitors. I got a quick reality check in the digital economy when online only one of my 15 bids was accepted, which taught me a lot about real-world competition. Then, in Chapter 6, my focus shifted towards strategic marketing and building an online presence. I transitioned away from daily platform mechanics to learn about long-term portfolio management. I learned how to build a comprehensive online resume from scratch, focusing on writing a clear page bio, organizing my skills, and taking proper professional profile picture to build visual credibility. To tie it all out together, I set up an active profile on LinkedIn. Now, let's move on to the personal experience of Chapter 5, which is workflow in freelancing.com. Out of 15 bids I meticulously submitted, only one single job was successfully accepted. As a beginner, this low success rate was a massive eye-opener. It proved to me that how intensely competitive digital crowdsourcing platforms truly are. However, this humbling start was also an invaluable lesson in real world. It forced me to listen closely to feedback, look objectively at my mistakes, and constantly refine my bidding strategy. It taught me that securing a digital job requires a strategy, tailored proposal, and an immense amount of patience, rather than just relying on luck. It gave me a realistic preview of how international job application processes function. Moving on to Chapter 6, my focus shifted from daily platform operations to the broader strategy of digital marketing and managing a long-term online presence. Prior to this chapter, I had absolutely zero experience creating a professional work profile or marketing my capabilities to potential employer. I learned how to structurally build an online resume entirely from scratch. This involved systematically organizing my contact information, location, formal education, and also specialized certification. I also discovered that the importance of writing an engaging page bio. Furthermore, I learned that practical skill of capturing a proper professional profile picture. By understanding how appropriate attire and professional lighting instantly establish visual credibility within corporate digital system. Through these practical experiences in the course, I walk away with a robust set of professional skills that I can carry into my future career. First, I developed skills in clear communication. Under my lecturer guidance, I learned how to write a high-quality, precise job proposal that were tailored directly to what the client needed, instead of copying and pasting general templates. This really helped me to learn how to explain my professional capabilities and ideas clearly so that I can stand out in a highly competitive global market. Second, I gained a strong understanding of financial security and risk management. By mastering a freelancers.com operational workflow, I learned how to safely handle my digital jobs and my money. I learned how to strictly utilize the platform's secure chat and a milestone payment system, which is crucial for protecting my hard work and avoiding online scams. Third, I learned the critical skill of setting professional boundaries. When interviewing with a client, it is easy as a beginner to just blindly agree to every single demand. This course taught me how to negotiate clearly and set a proactive rule up front, such as limiting free changes to just 3 minor revisions, so that my time and professional value are respected. Finally, I focus heavily on dynamic LinkedIn portfolio management. I established a professional LinkedIn profile to plug myself into a massive global network of recruiters and employers. Instead of just keeping a standard static paper resume, I populated my profile with the actual academic and practical projects into an active digital portfolio. It made me realize that having a technical skill alone is simply not enough if you are remain hidden and undiscoverable to the employer who want to hire you. Beyond the technical skills, this course also brought about some vital personal insights that completely changed how I view online work. The biggest epiphany for me was that I need to be a specialist, not a generalist. I quickly learned that trying to do everything simply does not work well. I realized that calling myself a something general, like a digital marketer, is just too broad for a client who are looking for a specific solution. Instead, I found it is much better to pick a specific niche, whether that it is financial analysis, logo design, or content writing. By focusing heavily on one specific niche, it helps me filter out cheap random jobs that doesn't fit my skill set, allowing me to focus my time on what I do the best. Another major insight I gained was the value of using my personality to build trust. In an online world that it is crowded with automated bots and faceless profiles, I realized that my unique personal background is actually a strong tool to win over clients. I learned that clients genuinely want to work with a real human being they can trust, not a robot. I found that sharing my unique hobbies and background details in an About Me section makes me much easier. Now, looking at the bigger picture, I want to share my thoughts on the economic impact this training has for Malaysian graduates. I truly believe platforms like Freelancer, Upwork and Fiverr serve as highly important economic tools for us. I see these digital workforce skills as fast as self-sustaining path for local talent to earn income directly from global clients. By learning how to market ourselves internationally, we are no longer limited by the local job market. Because of this, I view this digital workforce exposure as practical solution to help narrow down the unemployment gap in Malaysia. My suggestion is that universities should absolutely maintain this practical assignment in the syllabus. It gives us real-world experience that just cannot get from regular textbook. However, because the online market is highly competitive, I recommend providing extra guided workshop focused specifically on handling rejection and fixing bidding strategy in real time. I believe this extra practice will prevent students from feeling discouraged when their initial bids are not accepted right away, helping them build a real resilience. Next, reflecting on Chapter 6, I want to emphasize the importance of an online presence. My critical thoughts here is that building a professional online presence is just as vital as having an actual technical skill. You can be highly skilled but will not matter if employer could not find you online. I realized that an online resume should not just be boring list of past education. Instead, it needs to be treated as an active tool to show my real world value and capabilities to potential employees. This leads to my final suggestion, which is early integration of portfolio building. I highly recommend that digital workforce training and portfolio building be introduced to students much earlier in their university years. I believe students should start tracking and uploading their academic projects from their very first year instead of waiting until the final semester. In conclusion, combining Chapter 5 and Chapter 6 has successfully bridged the gap between my academic studies and the realities of the modern working world. I've realized that freelancing is essentially like a running small business where you are the primary product. I am incredibly grateful for this course. It has replaced my intimidation of digital marketplace with confidence, practical execution tools, and security knowledge. I feel fully prepared to safely navigate the digital workforce and step into my future career growth. Thank you very much for your time.